Hello and welcome to the We Should Move Here Travels podcast. My name is Brittany
I'm Josh.
and we are your hosts. Today we are going to talk about Dublin. This was our final stop in Ireland and it was really fun. We had a jam-packed couple of days here. So let's get into it.
We did do quite a bit here in our 2 days, basically, that we had here.
We did. It was jam-packed and we had a lot of fun, I
Mhm,
think. We stayed at the Clayton Hotel
mhm.
and it was within walking distance of basically everything that we wanted to do for, those couple of days. And it was quite a long walk to some places, but that was okay because we got to kind of explore a little bit when we did those
Yeah.
long walks. And I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, me as well. I will say beforehand, we came from Dingle to Dublin, so we had a long drive
Yeah.
across the country, like 4 hours, I think it was. We didn't wanna have to find parking and deal with that while we were in Dublin for the couple of days. So returning the rental car was a little difficult because one place was closed that they told me was gonna be open, and then when we took a taxi from the return place to that, there was a football match going on, so
Hmm.
traffic was backed up, so we had a crazy long, expensive taxi ride to the hotel. Got
Yeah.
there very late at night, so our initial feelings of Dublin were a little bit skewed.
Yeah, it was a rocky start. It was
Mhm.
for sure a rocky start.
Yeah.
Once we got through that, we got dinner at the
Mhm.
Clayton Hotel,
Yep.
mainly because we didn't feel like walking around everywhere after that whole experience. And we were like, I just want to eat and go to sleep.
Yeah.
So that's what we did.
Mhm.
But we had got at the Clayton Hotel restaurant hot honey chicken wings, chicken and mashed potatoes, a burger, and a dark chocolate cherry dessert.
Those hot honey chicken wings were absolutely fire.
They were so good. The sauce on there, impeccable.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really appreciated the burger as well.
Yeah, for sure. Not a lot of notes on it, just the chicken wings. It was just a meal of convenience.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, we went to Shoe Lane Cafe.
Oh, I loved it here. It was so cute. It was such a vibe.
Mhm.
I really loved it here. It was a very small coffee shop,
Yeah.
which I appreciate.
And they had a little upstairs seating room where people could work or read.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, we went upstairs and we got a flat white, cappuccino, and a cinnamon roll.
cinnamon roll is good.
Yeah, this was right before the food tour, and you ordered the cinnamon roll, and I looked at you like, we're about to eat all day. The-
I was starving. I don't know why. I'm just always a little hungry.
I mean, same, but but it was just funny.
Yeah.
And the cinnamon roll was really good. So great choice. But it was a fun place to just kind of sit and eat our cinnamon roll and drink our coffees.
Here's a question I want to ask you on what people's take on. What's your favorite part of a cinnamon roll?
The middle,
See, I love the outer edge.
that's crazy pants.
I love like the crispy, like crunchiness of it.
Okay, I'm marrying a serial killer. Literally. You're insane.
Whatever. We'll ask the people and see what they think.
Yeah, everyone's going to say the middle.
No, I don't think so.
I
Maybe.
think so.
Maybe they will. Who knows? Did you see that video? The actual way you're supposed to eat a cinnamon roll is
No.
stab the middle and pull it up so it like unravels itself.
Who does that?
I saw it. That's how you're supposed to eat it.
You saw it on TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's a crazy way to eat it. Please don't ever eat it like that in front of me.
Well, because then you wouldn't get the middle.
Yeah. I guess it's for the best that you like the outside because that's the worst part for me.
Yeah.
And I like the middle, so you give me the middle.
And then the last bite is the best bite for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
Oh, man. So after our cinnamon roll and coffees. We walked around Dublin a little bit before our food tour that we had coming up. Took a little detour through Trinity College campus.
It was a really beautiful
It
campus. I
was.
really liked it there.
Mhm. Yeah.
Whenever we walk through a college campus like that, I always think to myself, like, what would life be like if I would have gone to school here?
Yeah.
I always like envision myself in a different way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, we've talked about before, especially with our East Coast trip
Oh,
when we
yeah.
were in Vermont
Burlington.
or yeah, when we were in Burlington, how different our lives would have been. And same thing here, of course, how different our lives would have been if we would have gone to college at Trinity College or anywhere in Dublin, really
Yeah.
anywhere else in the world.
I probably would have gotten used to all of the dirty sidewalks much easier.
Gotta get over that.
No.
No. Yeah, I wish we would have had more time to go into the library there at Trinity College, but Dublin's a pretty big stop, so if we happen to go back to Ireland, I assume we'll spend a couple more days in Dublin where we
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And I would actually wanna do the food tour that we did again because it was
Yes,
so fun.
it was, it was. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so we had a great guide, met some really great people on the tour,
Mhm,
and our first stop was Vice Coffee. This was such a good stop.
mhm,
I really appreciated it. The person that was working at Vice Coffee showed us how to make their Irish coffee.
mhm,
And it was like a special kind of take on the Irish coffee. And then it was a very small portion. So we had talked about wanting more. And so we went there after the food tour as well. When we went back afterwards, there was a drag show going on. So
yeah,
we caught the end of a drag show.
mhm,
This is a kind of like coffee restaurant place where there's multiple businesses within this one building and
mhm,
it's like all open.
mhm.
So it's a very interesting kind of vibe in there because it's like three different vibes in one. But I really loved walking in there and being surprised that there was a drag show
Yeah,
because you and I love a good drag show. And the queens were, it looked like they were having a great time. People around were having a great time. Just really cool.
yeah, amazing. It's inside of Wigwam? Wigwam?
Yeah.
Mhm,
Which is the business right next to Vice
yeah,
Coffee.
yeah. Really cool area, like you said, and that Irish coffee, fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic.
So good.
Next, we had Handies.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, sausage rolls. Pretty good. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It was okay.
I actually really liked it.
You
And
did?
I'm not like the biggest fan of sausage. Well, I don't like fennel,
Mm.
but this didn't have any fennel in it.
Yeah.
And it was just like a sausage that was wrapped in a pastry.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. I
Mhm.
thought it was pretty good. Would I go out of my way to order it again? No.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, it's right in the middle of the Temple Bar area of Dublin,
yeah.
so very busy. Lots of freaking pigeons and trash birds flying around, so every time little pieces crumbled off, you were just surrounded.
Surrounded by these birds.
I think it was in this area, a woman get part of her sandwich taken by a seagull. Wasn't that, here? Or it was right
Yeah.
around there?
Yeah.
Just lots happening. Nothing to do with Handies, but it's right next to it because there's a little standing area there in Temple Bar.
Yeah. Really fun vibe though in Temple Bar
Mhm.
area. It is like the most famous bar area street in Dublin. I would venture to say it's the most famous in Ireland. The guy actually, our tour guide showed us a picture of what it looks like during St. Patrick's Day,
Yeah.
and it is shoulder to shoulder, so many people there. Looks like a great time. I would have really enjoyed it in my early 20s, but now that amount of people would give me so much anxiety. So I don't think I'll be going back for St. Patrick's Day. But the Temple Bar area is a pretty cool vibe. There are some cool places. Take this tour if you want to get to know some of the places. But there are also a lot of places outside of Temple Bar that would probably be just as good and less expensive.
Yeah.
The next place that we went to on our food tour was the Cappuccino Bar.
Hmm.
And we tried black pudding, white pudding, and then a variety of cheeses. I really loved the white pudding here. The black pudding was not my favorite.
Yeah, the white pudding was definitely better than the black pudding.
And then the cheeses, we got a sharp cheddar, a blue cheese, and a soft cheese.
Hmm.
Really loved the cheeses as well. And then we went to the seafood cafe and had an oyster.
Hmm.
Some of the people on the tour were a bit skeptical to try an oyster. You and I have done it a couple of times now. I think I said last time that I just love the vinegar in the oyster. So it's just a vessel to have vinegar. So I just put a shit ton of vinegar and scallions on it, and it was pretty good.
I think I'm starting to get the hang of oysters. I can't remember where we first had oysters because I definitely had my first one with you, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really liking scallions with lemon juice.
Ooh, yeah.
Those two together, I think is fantastic. I think the vinegar with those two isn't my thing, but lemon juice and scallions, I think hits. What's yours? What's your combo?
The vinegar. I like vinegar, lemon juice, and hot sauce.
And hot sauce, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just a dash.
Just
Not like overpowering, just a little dash. Then we went to Gallagher Boxty House, and this was our main kind of meal.
hmm
So we had a couple of beers.
Yeah.
I think we got a stout and an IPA.
hmm
And then we had the fish stew and the coddle. So we were recommended to try the coddle if we've never had it before. It honestly is not my favorite thing. I can understand the appeal, but it's made with pork, and so it's really, really salty. The fish stew I thought was pretty good. What did you think?
The fish stew was definitely better than the coddle. Coddle was, like you said, very salty.
And I think that a coddle is definitely an acquired taste,
Mhm.
and I'm sure plenty of people love it. I can see the appeal of it.
For sure.
Our last stop was the Gra, which is a t-shirt shop and an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
Such a cute place. I loved it. We got to try potato ice cream.
Yeah.
So interesting. Such a unique ice cream flavor.
Really not that bad.
No, actually kind of good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't hate until you try it.
Yeah. Gotta try it. It's a unique flavor, but it does taste exactly what you think it'll taste like.
Yeah.
So if you like potato and ice cream, you might want to try it.
Right.
But then we also got the Milky Moo, which was it like a cream?
I think so, if I'm remembering correctly.
And then the Aperol Spritz.
Which is exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And it tasted just like an Aperol Spritz. It was really good.
So good.
Hmm.
Ugh. So this was quite a foodie day for us.
It was.
We had this food tour. We had the cinnamon roll beforehand. We waited maybe a couple of hours after the food tour, and then we ate more. So
Well, I mean, we took a walk around, ended back up at Wigwam,
yeah.
had the drinks there again, and then continued walking around, and we went to this place that you knew you wanted to go beforehand.
Oh, I had it written down. I was like, I'm getting this freaking pizza. This pizza went viral. It's called Bambino, and we got a pepperoni pizza slice. It was a very long line.
Crazy long line.
It was about 20 minutes
Mhm.
to wait in line. Totally worth it, in my opinion. It was a great piece of pizza. It was New York style, owned by a guy from New York. Like, really, really good pizza. We also got on this day a spice bag from Xian Street Food. It was so delicious. It was spicy. It had like chicken tenders in it. It had fries. It had vegetables in it. It was definitely big.
Mhm.
There was a sauce. There was a curry sauce and there was a sweet and sour sauce that we got.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of the sweet and sour, but I loved the curry sauce.
Mhm.
That curry sauce was so good.
I tried some of it. I'm not a huge spicy person, and
It was
after a couple bites, I immediately got the hiccups. I
yeah.
I was having a hard time with it. Now,
Oh.
Bambino pizza, I think we're different on this. I thought it was good. Was it worth 20-minute wait in line? It was a good pizza. I definitely have had better pizzas.
It's also because it's a New York style pizza.
Mhm.
So, if you're looking specifically for a New York style pizza, you're probably not gonna find a good one in Ireland unless it's this place.
Maybe someone out there is like, "We got one for you."
Well, maybe we have to go back and try it.
Yeah.
Let us know. And then we also had the rolling donut for our quote unquote dessert.
Yeah.
So I had this place listed because they have some really great flavor combos that I had seen online.
Mhm.
And we got the Dubai chocolate one. So it had all of the ingredients for Dubai chocolate stuffed inside a donut. It was so delicious. And then we also got a hot chocolate there.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a cool night, so walking around with that hot chocolate was really nice, and the donut was delicious. I
Yeah.
love a good donut, and especially a Dubai chocolate, like, stuffed with pistachio and that cream.
So good.
Yeah, I love being a foodie.
Me too. Being a foodie is like the highlight of my life outside of being your fiance and traveling on the pod. So
I
I have
love
a lot of highlights.
I love the people on social media who talk about if we're traveling together and you're saying, "Oh, let's just have a coffee for breakfast." Like, are you kidding
No, if
me?
you're in another country and you're not wanting to eat every like 2 to 3 hours, I don't know what you're doing.
Well, you're walking so much as well.
Yeah. You're walking so much, you're building up that hunger. There's so much unique and different food around you that you haven't tried.
Yeah.
Do it up. Anyways, so this day actually is not over yet.
No.
We also did a beer tour this night.
Mhm.
So we had a really great guide for this beer tour. He was very informative, very kind. He taught us about all of the different kinds of beer, how they're
Mhm.
made. We got to try several different kinds of beer.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was specifically a beer tour because we also got to try some whiskey
we did.
and gin
Mhm.
as well. So I think it was just a drink tour.
Yeah.
Um, but the people on the tour were really great as well.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was amazing. We've talked several times that tours are only as good typically as the guide, because even a guide can make bad food stops or bad drink spots
Yeah.
seem better. And if you have a good group going with you. So if you really got boring people who are just complaining all the time about the tour, you're generally not going to have a good time. But we had, like you said, some great people. There was a couple from Iowa or Ohio that were
Mhm.
really nice that we talked to, and a gentleman who was a teacher in Germany who did student exchanges with sister school in Wisconsin, not too
Yeah.
far from Sheboygan.
Yeah, it was so interesting to, like, hear his perspective on things.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And he loved beer, and he said one of his favorite spots was Three Sheeps, which is my favorite brewery that we've been to so far in the state.
Yeah, one of mine too. I actually have my winter hat, the blue one you probably see in all of the pictures,
Yeah.
from our East Coast trip. I
Mhm.
think I was wearing that hat everywhere. So if you've watched those episodes, the hat is from Three Sheeps. Shout out to them. But yeah, I think that's so true. Food and drink tours can only be as good as the guide.
Yeah.
And this guide was really great. So,
Mhm. And we went to some fun places. We went to the Black Sheep, which has some different games, like board games sitting out. We were in a little back room that was private to do the beer tasting that was really nice. Jack Nielsen's, great place as well. I think that's where we had the Guinness. And then we went to Slattery's where we had the gin and whiskey, and we had a snack there. You and me had some cheesy fries.
Yeah.
hmm And then just a quick stop at J. McNeil's at the end where there was a traditional music session going on.
Yeah. It was so cool.
hmm
Very, very cool place. I mean, all of these places were very local, and
hmm
that's how this tour was advertised as well. And that's why we picked it, because we were like, I want to see some local spots in Dublin. I'm glad that it was very local. It wasn't like in the Temple Bar area.
Correct.
So we kind of got the best of both worlds in this one day. We got to explore the famous Temple Bar area, and then we also got the local experience as well.
hmm
I appreciated that.
I did as well. And I don't think we mentioned, but the entire time, I thought Temple Bar was just the bar because there was a bar called Temple Bar,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize Temple Bar was kind of a district, a small area.
Yeah.
So if
I
people,
didn't either. Yeah.
maybe people listening didn't know that either, but if you look up Temple Bar, I think Google Maps will show you it's kind of like a block. But yeah, just good information to know
The next day,
after waking up a little rough.
yeah, we did wake up a little rough. We did. But we got some coffee in us
Mhm.
at Creed Coffee. Again, very cute little coffee shop. Loved it.
Mhm.
They had a chocolate croissant that we had, and then a flat white and a matcha latte.
Mhm.
All of it really delicious.
Yeah.
And then we went to Boom Coffee and had more coffee. You had got the Biscoff overnight oats,
Yes.
and I had got another flat white. Really great stuff.
hmm
Boom Coffee was a stop on our way to the Guinness Storehouse.
Yeah.
So we also did the Guinness Storehouse tour on this day.
Yeah, which I've done before. I'd like to hear your take on it.
I thought this tour was incredible. This is probably one of the best brewery tours I have ever experienced in my life. Of course, it's much bigger than any storehouse I've ever seen. I mean, it's Guinness. But it was so, so incredible to learn about the history of Guinness. They had these different sections of like how it's made, where things came from, marketing stuff. They had these really cool kind of light shows all throughout
hmm
where it was very experiential.
hmm
So you got to experience all of these things, and it just felt like you were a part of it
Yeah.
rather than being like taught at. You were like in it. And they have just really cool stuff all around that you get to explore. They have how many stories?
I don't know. It's tall.
It is tall. It's shaped like a pint glass.
hmm
So it is the biggest pint glass, I think they said, in the world.
Yeah, could potentially be the biggest pint glass in the world. Yeah.
And you also, with this tour, you get a free Guinness
Mhm.
after the tour, all the way at the top where they have windows that you can look out, and it's several stories high. So you get to see pretty much the whole city of Dublin.
Yeah. Mhm.
Just absolutely beautiful.
That's the gravity bar that they have up there, and beautiful views. Great place to have a pint of Guinness.
Yeah.
hmm
Probably the best pint of Guinness we had.
It pretty darn. I really loved, and I loved it last time. They got the smells and taste room
Oh, I love that.
where it's just bright white, and you walk in, and they got these different bowls with the aromas coming out of them, and you go and you stick your face in it, and so you get the hops, you get the barley,
Yeah.
and whatever else they have going on. And then they give you your first taste of Guinness in this little glass, and they say it's the freshest Guinness you'll ever have.
Yeah, that one actually was the best.
hmm
Yeah.
Even though it was like little thimble size.
It was so small.
Yeah.
I wish I could have gotten a whole pint of that. But still, I mean, the one on top was really great.
Yeah.
This was just a really remarkable tour. I would highly recommend that you go check this tour out when you're in Dublin.
Mhm.
Even if you don't drink, they have NA options.
Yeah.
We also got to try their NA Guinness, and
Mhm.
it was really delicious.
Yeah, very good. Couldn't tell much of a difference. There's always a little bit of difference when you're missing the alcohol kinda bitterness. I thought it was good.
Yeah, highly recommend this tour. Great tour. I think it was a beautiful spot to have our last like experience that was planned in Ireland.
You had always wanted it at the beginning to kinda
I did.
prep yourself for the rest of the Guinness, but I think it worked out at the end.
I mean, yeah, I think it worked out and I
Mhm.
think it was a nice way to wrap up
Yeah.
because we had a Guinness like almost every day.
Yeah. Pretty close. There were a couple days started out, and I was like, "I don't know if I'm gonna do a Guinness today." And
Yeah.
then by the end of the day, I was like, "I can do a Guinness."
Yeah, after this. So we went to Sprout Co
Mhm.
and we got a kale Caesar and then a taco wrap with beans.
Both really good.
Both were incredible.
Mhm.
I actually wanted more that night for dinner. I was like, this would be so good again, but
Yeah.
we didn't.
No.
But it was so, so good. I really loved it. After that, we went to the pool. The pool at the Clayton Hotel was not the best pool. They had swimming lessons going on, and I think it's a third party business in
Yeah.
the bottom of the hotel. So it was just interesting kind of vibe in there, not your typical hotel pool. I couldn't really do my handstands or anything, so because it was kind of packed. Wasn't my favorite pool experience.
No, it was definitely a health club pool.
Yeah.
You're right, it was a third party run thing. It might have been owned by the hotel, but yeah, it was more for lap pools, and then they had, like, a lane open for everyone to hang out in,
Yeah.
and there were a bunch of people. There was a hot tub, which was nice, but same thing, it was a health club, so there were people who had just got done working out, coming in, sitting in, getting out. So, unfortunately, not what you're looking for.
Not the kind of handstand pool that I need. For dinner, we went to Nutbutter and we had got the pad thai with plant-based chorizo, the pho with pork, and the nut butter bar for dessert.
Mhm.
I really loved the nut butter bar for dessert. That was so good. And the pad thai with the little bit of spice. I loved it.
Yeah.
So good.
Always good. The pho with pork was my favorite. I love pho. Mm,
Me too.
mhm,
Yeah. The broth was really nice and exactly what we needed because it was like rainy and kind of cold outside. So
mhm.
it was perfect.
Yeah.
The next day, we made our journey home.
We were told a couple times by a couple different people, like, might as well just take a taxi, but dang, they were expensive.
Hmm.
There are taxis everywhere, gotta make their money, but I'm pretty sure they got pretty decent public transportation to and from the airport that you can take.
Yeah.
So, if you're not looking for an expensive taxi cab fare, look out for the public transportation and get yourself closer to those, because that's one thing I wish is we would have known that the Clayton had a pool where you could do handstands. It was in a good location, but maybe just one that was in the similar area with a better pool
Yeah.
and maybe more accessible to the public transportation to get to and from the airport.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That would have been nice.
We didn't pay a lot of attention because from where we were going to the next stop, never had a direct subway or train line or anything like that.
Yeah. But man, these 48 hours, we sure did eat.
We ate and we drank.
Yeah. We used our foodie card.
We did. We got them renewed here. What did you think of Dublin as a whole, minus the streets, which you are disappointed in the cleanliness of?
I did love Dublin. I think it is a unique vibe. It's not your typical big city in that it does offer some unique parts of Ireland
Mhm.
all within the city, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
But it is your typical kind of city in that there's lots of people. Everybody's just kind of packed into this one area. So, would I want to live there? No, I would not want to live there. If I was living in a big city, I would want it to be Auckland, which a lot of people might be shocked by.
Mhm.
But my goodness, Auckland is clean. We got a lot of hate for loving Auckland, which is really interesting. But anyways,
And I mean, there are different parts of every city that we miss that we never get to. So people might be like, "Oh, well, you gotta go to this section of Dublin." Well, sure. Let us know and we'll go there when we get there next time.
yeah, and I would love to go back there and do the Guinness Storehouse again in another 10 years because you did it like 10 years ago.
Mhm.
And then we could make it like a every 10-year kind of thing.
Yeah.
That would be so fun.
Yeah.
So I loved that about Dublin. They have great food spots. It's a foodie paradise. It really is.
Mhm.
Temple Bar had cobblestone streets, and that was really cute. I love that kind of vibe. Don't think I would live there. What about you?
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I'm just never super into a big city. I'm only gonna mention Auckland again because you did. That's probably the only big city where we might have just been in the correct area at the correct time because it
Yeah.
was super clean, lots to do, lots of foodie spots. That's really the only big city that we've been to so far
Mhm.
that I'm like, I could live in this big city. But Dublin's just not it for me. There's a lot of people. We weren't there during tourist season. Even so, very touristy, tons of people.
It was fun though. I had a lot of fun in Dublin.
Oh, lots of fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would go back and hang out there for a couple days, see stuff more. Like you said, go back to the Guinness Storehouse. We only did the self-guided tour. They got plenty of other options, so maybe
Yeah.
doing one of the other options to get another variety of it. They got different breweries, maybe going to one of those. I bet there's a distillery there. We could go to another distillery
Mhm.
because we went to Crawley and then went to Dingle. Maybe there's one in Dublin that we could go to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think there's tons of things that we could find to do.
Yeah, you won't get bored in Dublin.
No.
Yeah, I think that's all we have for Dublin.
So, next episode, we are going to be doing our big review of Ireland in
Mhm.
general. We'll talk about the broad overview of what it was like, what we liked, what we didn't like, all of that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at WSMH Travels.
You can listen to our podcast on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. YouTube is where we have our video record version, where we include pictures and videos from our trips. Also, please continue to leave us comments or send us messages with suggestions or just comments of our trips. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.